Alpha City, a postmodern metropolis in the northeastern U.S., a sea of iron, brick, and mortar, but none of the vast skyscrapers compared to the Monarch Tower, standing so tall its top could barely be seen in the night sky. The highest floor of the tower houses a chamber that hasn't been entered for years until this night. Inside of this chamber is the prize that will be contested for in a few days, in only the third trial of King's tournament in Monarch's history, the Throne of Fear. Carmella Blackheart, head of the Blackheart Foundation, which owns the XWA among other companies, holds the title of Red Queen, closest to the throne. The title was bestowed upon her by her father, the first King of Fear, Ignatius Blackheart. As she herself will face trial by combat in this tournament for control of her empire, she stands in this empty chamber for the first time since her father's passing, and remembers the day he finally explained to her what it meant to be the king.
The saying goes, everything you want is on the other side of fear. That's the reason why it's called the Throne of Fear, because it controls everything. Money, power, politics, minds. Fear is the catalyst of all that happens in this world, and he who sits on its throne controls that. As powerful as that sounds, it's fleeting, fragile. It's only when you truly embrace fear that you realize how weak it actually is. How your own mind limits you from the boundless potential that you possess. That is why I was able to do so much in so little time. Because I don't see fear as the rest of the world does. It's not power. It's a tool. A tool through which you can create great things through the actions of others. They are like puppets, led on a string to do whatever it is that you desire. Build what you want to see built. Destroy what you wish to see gone. And those who overcome its influence, well, they do the same as I do. They build for themselves, create their own destinies. My duty as the King of Fear is to guide this world through its own destiny, in the hopes that there are those among them who can reach this limitless potential on their own, by realizing themselves how powerless fear truly is to them. It's ironic, isn't it? Through fear, we cultivate fearlessness. It's yin and yang, positive and negative, light and dark. One can't exist without the other, and my aim, my goal, is to maintain that balance and steer it in the direction it needs to go. In times of peace, we create chaos in order to steal the will of generations and renew their desire to build society into something greater. In times of unrest and anarchy, we divulge knowledge that enlightens inquisitive minds so that they may use it to shift the way people think. As I said, tools, nothing more. Could you say that I'm playing God? I don't think so. God creates and destroys. I'm simply the ferryman, guiding humanity across the sea of existence. Sometimes the water is calm, sometimes it's turbulent, and there will be those who fall off and drown. But that's not my responsibility. Only to see that the boat keeps sailing.
Carmella, I never imagined you would be in this room of all places. It's hallowed ground, Callisto. A place of pure thought. I can see why it's so important to so many people, and why we can't allow the wrong person to sit on that throne. Well, I came to inform you that your guest has arrived. Sonia Robbins. I still can't understand why you'd bring an outsider into this. She knows my opponent better than anyone. And besides, she herself has beaten both Jamie Fury and Sarah Warfield. Literally the two strongest women in the world. If there's anyone I'd want in my corner, it's her. She kind of reminds me of myself. I've always wondered if redheads are physically linked, like twins. Anyhow, I'll tell her you're on your way. Through fear, we cultivate fearlessness. I understand now, Father, and I can see why you've done all you can to ensure that this place is never corrupted, Vincent. Your sacrifice will not be in vain.